So it's been a little over a year since Amazon acquired Zappos. Talk about what has changed for Zappos, what hasn't changed for Zappos.
Well, for the most part, nothing's really changed. As a precondition for agreeing to do the deal, we told them we would only consider if we remained independent and could grow the Zappos brand independently. And now, a year later, that's remained true. And from our point of view, it's basically as if we switched out our board of directors with a new one. In terms of, I guess, negative changes, I'd say the biggest negative for me personally has been we aren't able to be as open with financials as we used to be. So if we had been doing this pre-acquisition, you asked me what our numbers were, would have just handed you our financials. We do that with reporters, with vendors, and so on. But now we're part of a public company, and so there's just SEC regulations and so on. So that's not really an Amazon thing so much as, like, if we had gone public on our own, that would have happened anyways.
Do you have to be more careful in general being an employee of a significantly bigger company?
No, that's part of our agreement, and we actually even have a document that we internally refer to as the 5 tenets document, where it explicitly spells out here are the things that we agreed on, and one of them is specifically we're going to make our own independent decisions except when legally required to comply with something.
And is that in perpetuity?
Yeah, I guess at some point, myself or Jeff Bezos, one of us is going to eventually die, maybe both of us. And so, but yeah, the understanding is this is an ongoing document. I guess the analogy I would use is it's analogous to the core values that we have at Zappos. We have 10 core values, and those are the guiding principles for how we want to run Zappos, and these are the guiding principles for how we interact with Amazon.
Well, let me put it this way. I mean, this obviously isn't going to happen. Zappos is growing tremendously well. You've said Zappos is growing faster than it was before Amazon acquired it. But if Amazon decided to shut down Zappos tomorrow or to sell Zappos tomorrow to someone else, they could do that, right?
Yeah, I guess in theory, anything can happen. But this is really more based on the trust that we have in our relationship with each other, and just like anything else in life, a lot is based on trust.
You said something interesting that you implied that you intend to be with Zappos for the rest of your life. Is that true?
I have no plans to leave Zappos, and actually another example of how this acquisition was very different from most acquisitions is in most acquisitions there's a retention bonus for the CEO and kind of the senior managers or whatever. And so for us, we actually decided to spread that amongst all our employees. And for myself personally, I actually didn't take any of it. So literally my salary is the same now as it was pre-acquisition, which is $36,000 a year. And that is the only thing that actually, from a financial point of view, is keeping me at Amazon. There's no, at Zappos under the Amazon umbrella, and there's no, what do you call them, golden handcuffs or anything like that.
And you don't have a contract?
No contract. And so in a weird way, because I don't have any golden handcuffs, it actually, I think, gives me more leverage over Amazon because they know they have to keep me happy. And what makes me happy is feeling like we're able to run Zappos independently.
You're not watching the clock or the calendar to some date out in the future when, now everything will change.
Yeah, it's basically when I will leave Zappos is when they stop allowing us to operate independently.